All right.
Hello and welcome. Our countdown has started.
Yes.
We have a Legacy 1K in about,
15 hours and change.
15 hours-ish. But for now, we're going to start you off with a little teaser, right?
Ooh, yeah, of course.
We have a couple of our regulars already in the house from the stream. R. Jorgensen and HC Fox are here. It's good to see them both in person.
Oh, yeah.
I wish more of you could have made it out, but
they brought some spice with them too.
Yes, I'm excited. All right, let's take a look. So this is
oh, it looks like a turn 1 blood moon on Robert's side.
All right, and this is getting forced. So I believe Bryce is on probably Grixis Delver. Or maybe he might be on like a Delverless Delver. And then Robert. And this is our Jorgensen.
Yeah.
This is our Jorgensen.
Oh, yeah.
He is on some kind of Blood Moon, lock you out kind of style. Not sure what to call it.
Some prison-y, big red deck. Unsure which build.
Just prison red.
Yeah.
Let's just call it that for now until we have a better idea. Alright. Simian Spirit Guide. Fast mana. Alright.
Bryce sacking a couple fetches, pulling up a couple basics. Makes sense after seeing that Blood Moon. Hi there, Reaper. Nice to see ya.
All right. Baleful Strix on the second turn. I didn't know Bryce had a guru.
Yeah.
Jeez, what? He just like oozes out style, doesn't he? Got the brand new unstable island with the guru swamp. All right. City of Traders for Robert. And no play.
Hard to see what Robert has in hand. We see a Ponder coming down here, likely on Bryce's side. Oh, looks like a Brainstorm instead.
Okay.
Still has that Ponder in hand. Checking over those options. And looks like he did find a Deathrite to play here as well. So down comes Deathrite, fetch land, passes turn back. Just about what you want to see.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have access to all of his colors, even through a Blood Moon. You know, that is one thing about Blood Moon getting cast so early.
Sure.
Does say it's like, hey, you should probably play around future of these as well.
Oh yeah.
And Bryce like, that's fine. We can play a couple basics. I'm gonna cast my spells. Everybody knows that Deathrite Shaman's super good at dealing with this.
Right.
Okay, so he plays a Chrome Mox and imprints a Fiery Confluence.
Cast second Confluence.
Cast second Confluence, probably dealing 2 damage to the player and 2 damage to each of Bryce's creatures. FC Reaper, what is the Legacy 1K? The Legacy 1K is our Legacy Symposium that starts at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to be a $1,000 event for Legacy. And a Brainstorm.
So, Brainstorm in response, looking for anything to possibly deal with that Confluence. Doesn't look like he finds something, but still able to kind of stack what he wants on top.
Fiery Confluence, really not a card that we've seen a ton of. It was printed in a Commander set.
Super strong card.
Yeah, the modes on it are just spectacular. Especially for a sorcery. I feel like most cards are like good when they're an instant, right? But this card's just great, even though
when I first saw the card, I thought it costed 5. It only cost 4.
Yes,
which makes it infinitely better.
Right. So it can either like deal up to 3 damage to each creature, or you can just 6 damage to your opponent directly.
Yeah, and the destroy artifact mode is not to be overlooked as well.
No.
It can deal with lots of problem artifacts, including Chalice of the Void, which is very rarely ever going to make it up to 4.
But hey, I mean, you could kill 3 artifacts.
Yeah, random equipment, gone. Yeah.
So you kind of get to address your opponent's board and say, okay, what modes get me the most value here, and then you just name them. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So Leovold down on Bryce's side. And that's going to be a pretty good threat there. And Jace. Wow. And I'm not sure that Robert has a lot of stuff to deal with what's on board right now. I guess we'll see what's in store.
Captain QC, welcome in. Look at that. Just for you, we've got R. Jorgensen playing against Bryce, first round.
In for 3 damage. Scry to the top.
Looked like a sphere of resistance. I kind of got a glimpse of it, but I wasn't.
Might have been. Couldn't tell if it was a sphere or a trinisphere or what it was, but some artifact spell.
Right.
Looks like trinisphere. Brainstorm in response. I think pretty much Bryce is okay with this right now.
Crush him, Arjorg. Get him. Get him good. It is going to be really hard for Robert to deal with this Jace.
Yeah. Oh, there we see a hard cast Simian Spirit Guide. Just as a blocker. But even that's not going to do it. With Jace on the board, Jace is able to bring that back to hand pretty easily, but he's just going to kill it with... couldn't quite tell what that was. It's just enough glare on it. Was that a edict?
I think it was an Abrupt Decay.
Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay costing 3 mana off of Trinisphere.
Yes, Captain QC. Would we joke about something like that? We have a countdown. 15 hours.
And counting. Okay, there's game 1. Bryce takes a very quick game 1, able to beat turn 1 Blood Moon.
Alright, so we'll take a look at our backup match, who is also shuffling. Looks like they'll get started first, though. We've got Ryan against Paul. I haven't seen what Ryan's playing yet, but I think last time he was playing a big Eldrazi deck, right?
Sure, yeah.
A Cloud Post Eldrazi deck, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and we saw some theatrics last week with Ugin coming down on the last possible turn against a Snapcaster Mage and getting the job done.
The old game 1 handshake. Well, it's not too surprising. I mean, our Jorgensen and Bryce, we hang out every Tuesday, right? It's nice to meet in person.
Yeah.
Why not take the excuse and shake their hand once or twice extra? All right. Looks like shuffling on both tables. Always the shuffle can. Always the shuffle can.
Hi, Jesse.
Welcome in, Jesse.
Good to see you again. Welcome, Sosa.
Okay. So Paul's on a mulligan. Ryan's kept his hand. I really like the bright orange sleeves.
Yeah, lots of bright orange sleeves on our shuffle cams today.
Yep. All right. So this is a mold. This is a mold of 6 for Paul. Gonna take a look at things. I see some lands. I see a Mox Diamond.
Now, lands seems to be a deck that mulligans pretty well.
It does.
Like they can go pretty low depending on what they get. It's not too bad. We see a Spyglass turn 1 coming down. We do too, Jesse. But at least you can watch and be here in spirit. Oh, Captain.
Good. I'll let him know. I'm sure he'd be fine with that.
You can't say that, Captain. Now he knows.
Crap, now he knows. All right.
So, down comes a Mox Diamond. And surprisingly, a land on Paul's side.
Jesse, the casters for the 1K will be myself and Bryce. And then starting at midnight tomorrow, our 24-hour stream will start. It'll be mostly myself, Bryce, and Brian, and we'll have different guests with us throughout the stream. All right, so Thoughtnot took crop rotation.
Very quickly, actually.
Yeah, like not really a hard pick at all. He was probably happy to hit something that wasn't a land.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen showed me how to do it.
It looks like our main is about to get started here.
Sure, we can take a look over there. All right, let's get back to our main match. FC Reaper, that's fine. That's why you watch Legacy. I actually watched Legacy for like a year or two before I started playing it. By the time I actually started playing, I actually knew a lot more than I should have, honestly, for playing Legacy. All right. Ah, Jorgensen's on a mole. Oh, hashtag the interview. That's right. That's a Seth Rogen thing, huh?
Yep. Probably named Thespian.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good assumption, I think.
He didn't name Mox Diamond. I don't think that can get mana abilities though.
No.
It's the same as Pithing Needle, right?
Yeah. It's a 2-mana needle that looks at their hand.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of another deck that mulligans well, these soul land kind of big mana decks, they tend to do just fine.
For sure.
So,
and he's keeping looks scry, thinking about it, puts it to the bottom.
Yeah, DeZavis, I agree. The best way to learn is to play, but watching a little bit and actually seeing the interactions of the cards, it goes a long way. Here's the Thoughtseize.
We see a Magus, a Blood Moon, a Volcanic Fallout, and a Soul Land, and another mountain in hand for Robert or Jorgensen.
So many extra decks around the shop. Yeah, there are tons. I have 2 decks that I'm not using right now, and nobody's using them. And that's just me, so we have other players who have many, many more. All right, Magus comes down. That's gonna get Force of Will.
Very, very quickly forced.
Yeah. He's like, it's almost like I want to tap mana or something.
Yeah. And Fallout is kind of interesting. As a card in general, it's going to. Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame there for Jorgensen, as he just drew into a second Magus and immediately gets it Thoughtseized away.
Right.
Before he gets a chance to cast.
Dang it, Captain QC. I don't even have Jund built right now. I have, and Rencor is in it. It's kind of in the remnants right now because I've got Nyx Fit and Pox built at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bryce has done a good job of keeping those Maguses off the board, and Thoughtseize really proving how strong it can be in the matchup.
Absolutely. If Rancor is in, then it's fine. Actually, when Arjor got here, we were pulling up online decks, and we were just kind of showing him what was going on, and he goes, wait, your Jund list, it doesn't have a Rancor in it. And he's like, no, you need to put a Rancor in there right now. So I actually ended up putting that in. So persuasive. All right, this is a Liliana of... Is it New Hope? Or
Last Hope?
Last Hope, whatever it's called.
The new one that gives...
It's the new one. Yeah. Liliana the Last Hope, that's right.
Bryce...
The lastest of hopes. Yeah. More laster than not last.
Bryce surprisingly choosing not to target his own Deathrite Shaman with the -2, -1 ability.
Kyre has the rankest of Rancors. Dang right. You know it.
Brainstorm coming in for Bryce, and you gotta think that Jorgensen's looking for something to get going here. Either a Planeswalker to have an effect on the board, maybe another Blood Moon, something like that, but even if he does deal with that, he still has to deal with what's in play for Bryce.
Mm-hmm. A Pithing Needle.
Interesting. Naming...
No idea.
No idea.
What?
You have to imagine possibly he's thinking about Planeswalkers or other permanents that might come down on the other side of the board.
Such as like Koth or Chandra Torch of Defiance?
He might also think that Jorgensen is on a sneak attack plan and might take Needle to name that.
Right. Swarming Dirt, I'm not entirely sure, and Patrick's gone for the week. But if you'd like to know, just message Paragon City Games on Facebook. They'll let you know. Liliana the Last Jedi.
So Blood Moon comes down. And kind of surprising not to see Jorgensen play a land after that Blood Moon came down, as the city would no longer trigger.
Right. He can Volcanic Fallout and redirect the damage to Liliana as well, keeping Liliana off of ult.
Sure.
For at least a small amount of time.
A small amount of time,
yes.
And that Fallout would deal nicely with the Deathrite in play.
Yes. Alright, looks like he's pulling up some Oracle text. Like, what exactly does my card do? Jorgensen does have quite a few cards that are not in English.
I think he's just checking to see whether it would trigger or not on the cast. So here comes that Fallout. He might have forgotten Jesse. The way he's playing kind of seems that way. Yeah. So Deathrite activates in response. Redirection goes to Lily, just as we thought. And turn gets passed back to Bryce.
Alright, new Deathrite Shaman. Does Robert have a land? Looks like he does. Okay.
So, and down comes Trinisphere. Passes turn back.
Trinisphere plus Blood Moon's strong.
I'm not sure that it's going to be enough because the board already favors Bryce.
Yes, but this Deathrite Shaman, I don't think there's a land. I don't think there's a land in the graveyard for him.
I think even without that, though, just the ability to either eat a spell and have that Lily keep ticking up towards ultimate without much pressure on Robert's side is going to be hard to get through. Robert really kind of needs Confluence or something to really keep that Lily in check. Here comes a second Fallout, and that'll do a little bit.
It will. This cannot be countered. That is something about volcanic fallout that's a little interesting.
Definitely.
Do we have big sanctioned popper tournaments? We do not. Did it get? Okay, it did resolve. Also, the countdown timer is nice. Oh, thanks. Argothian Enchantress, what do you mean by how we feel about big name companies, Wooly? I'm not sure what you mean. Jesse, I'm not sure if he has Rabblemaster in his list or not. He came into the streaming room and he was like, I have like 6 or 7 decks. I'm not really sure what to play. He was thinking about playing Tezzeret, and he's like, but he wasn't. He didn't have it completely built, so he's like, I'm just gonna play a prison deck.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
there's a Chrome Mox. I'm gonna throw a Blood Moon under the Chrome Mox. Reconsidering. Hold on. He does have a Chandra Torch of Defiance.
The Trinisphere would have made that
right.
Chrome Mox cost 3 more. So I think that's why we see that not happening. Yeah, more power to them if they want to hold popper tournaments. That's cool. Like, oh, we see that Chrome Mox coming.
Yep. It looks like Robert is a little mana hungry.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Return Deathrite. Kill what?
Might have been just 2 damage to
damage?
the face. R. Jorgensen's already down to 6 life.
Yeah, he is.
I think Bryce is going for the Deathrite kill.
I think so too. And we did see a Chandra Torch of Defiance in Robert's hand, but
Needle might be naming that.
I'm kind of thinking it is.
Oh, so here it comes down. This will tell us real quick whether that's what's named on Needle or not. Are we going to see an ability activate?
Oh, that's interesting. Paper Popper hasn't been a thing for a while. Or ever. Nope, P pluses.
Okay. So really thinking about, yep, just deal 2, redirect, pass turn. And now Deathrite isn't going to be enough.
Because Chandra can just kill it at any point.
Chandra can just kill it. There's no threat of ultimate from the Lily anymore.
I'm not sure, Jesse.
Might have been Sneak Attack, might have been Koth.
Yep. Koth is kind of a mainstay in a deck like this.
Koth seems like a good name, even though Chandra is what's killing him here.
2 damage, redirect to Liliana once more.
And Confluence.
Fiery Confluence.
Wow.
Okay, so this gets to deal 2 more damage to Lily and kill Deathrite.
Yeah.
The ultimate is on 7, Jesse. I don't think he ever had a chance to.
Yeah, Lily has been kept just barely out of range every time.
Argothian Enchantress, I think if Popper ever took off as a format, the things that you would be playing with would stop being cheap very quickly. I don't know that for a fact, but it is cheaper than most formats, that is for sure. Oh, he ticked down after 7? Okay.
I don't believe that's true, Jesse. I believe he used a
Use a Culligan's command to get it.
Command to get back the death right.
Yeah. I don't remember him ticking down. There'd be two other cards in his graveyard. Because you milled 2 when you minus on Lily.
And Bryce scoops it up, so we go 1-1.
All right.
Chandra does a lot of work.
I see Bryce point at his pithing needle there, like I should have just waited.
Yeah.
Like why did I not wait? Something to mention though, Fiery Confluence just kills pithing needle.
Yes.
And it can kill multiple.
Definitely. And wipes away Deathrite Shamans and helps clear Liliana's.
Yeah.
It can deal up to 6 damage to a Liliana.
It can. Our backup match is over. I'm not sure who won that round, but Big Eldrazi looks pretty favored.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
they have a lot going. Never know though. Never know. So it looks like Bryce has a little more boarding to do. He's probably going, okay, I know a little bit more now.
Back to the drawing board.
There's not just Blood Moons in the deck.
Planeswalkers. I have to deal with Planeswalkers and Blood Moons.
Yes. Okay. And you know, it's a deck in Modern too. Like just kind of like a big red strategy where you're trying to lock your opponent out of being able to do what they want to do, and then just playing a Planeswalker that's not only like hard to interact with to begin with, but also once they have like a couple lock pieces on the board,
sure.
How do you deal with them?
Yeah.
How do you beat a Chandra Torch of Defiance over the course of like 10 turns when you have no mana?
Oh, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Especially in Legacy, you can have that come down as early as turn 1, and with Blood Moon on turn 1. And if you don't have that force, if they're on the play, then you're locked.
And that is something that I'm sure Bryce is really happy about. He's about to go into game 3 on the play. This allows him to play a fetch.
Yep.
And if he does get Blood Mooned on turn 1 and he doesn't have a Force of Will,
at least have like a blue source open or something to deal with cantrips.
Exactly.
Possibly a black source. Get a Deathrite online.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen a Delver from him though. I know that he likes this Delverless kind of list. I'm gonna switch the name of his deck to just Grixis.
Sure.
I'm not entirely sure what he's playing today. He's been playing my Nyx Fit deck the last couple weeks.
He has been playing Nyx Fit.
It's been a short minute since we've seen him piloting this Grixis deck. Okay, he's gonna take a mulligan. Didn't look like there was lands in his hand.
No, there didn't. Oh wow! So we see triple Trinisphere in Jorgensen's hand.
Kind of redundant, right?
Yeah. But we have no clue what the rest of the hand is.
All right, both mulliganing. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You see a hand with triple Trinisphere, and you're like, well, this is already a multi-5, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, well, the first one might get countered, and then I have a second one.
Yes.
But
then the third one's like, auto win, 3/3 balls.
3 of a kind.
3 of a kind. Do I win? The deck you built for the 1K is incredibly janky, even to your own standards. Is that right? The Frozen Divide. Is that right? Well, I can't wait to see it. You'll have to show it to me before the event starts, so I can know a little bit. Well, I guess I'll have deck lists.
Yeah,
we'll have deck lists tomorrow.
Deck
Thank
lists.
goodness.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh, that is a great point, Captain QC. If there was a Cabal Therapy, which we haven't seen a Cabal Therapy from Bryce yet. I'm not sure that's the type of thing he's on.
We haven't seen any probes either, which might kind of point that direction.
But you're right. Like you just named Trinisphere. And all right.
Yeah.
All of them are gone.
So I see a Blood Moon, a Simian Spirit Guide, and hard to tell the rest in Jorgensen's hand. Looks like he's good with his hand, keeps the scry to the top. Bryce scries to the bottom. He's got lands and spells. Here comes a probe, speaking
probe.
of. So,
we have an ensnaring bridge, a fiery confluence, a volcanic fallout, an ancient tomb, a blood moon, and a simian spirit guide.
wow. So
That's a stacked hand.
that's a turn 1 moon if
It
he
is.
wants it.
Absolutely. And Bryce sees this and he's like, okay, let's go grab an underground sea.
Interesting.
Well, that should tell you something.
You don't
too.
want to see this as Jorgensen. That to me says counter magic.
Or is this like desperation, try to find
It might be
force
the
of will?
desperation. I don't think that
It is.
he has a force of will in hand.
He
but
doesn't.
I'm not sure that I would have just run out my potential source. I do see that the fetch could only get black or red, so only black.
A little surprised that he didn't wait.
A little surprised he didn't thought seize.
I think he just...
Unless he just drew that. So I believe we'll see a turn 1 moon.
Chrommox
Here.
Volcanic Fallout. And here's a Blood Moon.
Saving the spirit guide.
Yeah, he just was trying to dig.
Yep. Resolves past turn. 2 mountains in play for Bryce.
Now the Simian Spirit Guide looks like a pretty good creature, doesn't it?
It does, and Jorgensen agrees as he plays it right here.
Absolutely.
And we might even see Confluence as a rather quick...
He goes, lightning bolt it.
Wow.
Dang it.
And
How's Robert supposed to win?
Surgical Extraction in Bryce's hand. Interesting.
There are not a lot of basics in Bryce's deck. Maybe 1 island, 1 swamp. We've seen the swamp and an island. I don't know if there's a second of any of them.
The Magus comes down. Another 2/2.
The Blood Moon's out. How did you do that? Hold on.
I
want to run up.
Yeah, that
Let me-
that should not have happened. Stand by. We're going to try and fix as best we can.
Well, look at how inclusive they are. For literally anyone. Our access is allowed. Can you bring weapons? I have a foam Garrett gas. Take it back. I feel like how. Alright, we're gonna set up our legacy decks, and you'll let us know. When the next round starts.
So just trying to figure things out here, making sure that everything's going on the way it should be.
I didn't have any of the parts building. I don't have or show and tell, or I could have been but he doesn't really have to play it. I don't really like it right now. I watch myself throw one. Right. I want. They made
So they're just they're going to have a judge ruling here in just a minute, figure out how to get things properly taken care of.
All right, Brian's there. Yeah, even the Simian Spirit Guide couldn't have been cast. So that's what they're gonna bet. They're gonna see if they can back up. It's a little awkward, but it's not too hard to do. I love it. There was a spectating player going, I'm not here. I was just watching, and I'm like, you let them do this? I had to tease them.
All right, so it looks like we're back to a spot where both sides are agreeable.
Yeah, both sides were like, yep, that we feel like we can back up.
And now Bryce is saying, hey, that only taps for red.
Right.
You know, your life total should be where it is.
the chances of Bryce getting out of this is pretty slim anyway, and I'm sure he knows that. And he's just like, yeah, let's just back it up. Let's make things easy. Brian was there to make things go over smoothly, but.
So in hand, we see a Lily, a couple of Thoughtseizes, a Deathrite Shaman, Surgical Extraction, Lightning Bolt, and Bryce quickly getting rid of cards and passing the turn back. There's a mountain that Jorgensen wanted to see. Now he can finally cast a Spirit Guide. Now, one thing that we cannot fix is Bryce does know that there's Magus in hand for Jorgensen, and saves his Lightning Bolt for that card.
Right. Which does kind of suck, but at the same time,
I think it's almost kind of fair because of the way that things worked out.
Right.
But it's probably not going to matter. The 2/2 beatdowns coming across, 4 damage in, and this should be pretty close to done, as I believe there is a confluence. Yep.
6 damage direct. Pretty easy to say that game was always going to be Robert's
Blood
anyway.
Moon. Says, I want to name that Blood Moon. Don't activate that Blood Moon's ability. And that'll do. So Jorgensen manages to take that match 2-1.
You know what that means?
Bryce.
Means we might get to see our Jorgensen play some more Magic.
We might.
Batosai, thank you so much for the subscription. We have a hero in our midst. Look at that.
Welcome, Batosai. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. Jesse, I will be in Santa Clara. We have a team that'll be up there. Brian, myself, and my brother Riley. I'm not sure if you're talking to other people, but it'll be good to see you there. All right.
So
that ends things there. Come back to us. Okay, we have about 10 minutes before our next round.
Hello.
How's it going? So, I want to talk about this symposium that's going on tomorrow.
Definitely.
We've laid out all of our giveaways. We have a giveaway for every single hour.
Yeah. And right now, we have less subscribers than you have hours in the day.
We do. We currently have 20 subscribers, and we have 24 things to give away.
Yeah.
So
chances are good that you're getting something.
Yes.
Now, what are those things that you can get? I know one of them's a Tundra, but what
all right.
else?
So actually, let me pull this up real quick, so I can actually take a look. Let's see. Ryan and I sat down, figured it all out. All right.
Okay.
So
here we go.
As far as giveaways go, we have 5 sets, 10 token sets.
Ooh.
Your choice of the token if you win.
Nice.
And those are when is the giveaway? During the 24-hour stream on Sunday. It starts at from midnight to midnight on Sunday. Yeah, so 10 token sets, and of course those are from Cats and Cantrips, Leah Anderson. We're going to be giving away some of those. We have 4 different Goyf rocks. They're metal Tarmogoyf dies. And then we've got 6 D20
spin up.
Spin up dies. They're also metal and very, very nice quality. What day is Team Paragon going to show up at GP Santa Clara? Probably Friday. I would assume Friday. Ingenuity, yeah, we would probably message you. You don't have to be there to collect. Just like Nick, you can whisper us, or and we can let you know what you won.
We'll definitely be sure to make sure you know.
Yes, we'll be reaching out to people.
Yep.
Via Twitch. So.
Yep.
All right. We also have 4 Ultimate Guard mat cases.
Great.
R. Jorgensen has donated a set of chips with the some like the poker chips with the mana symbols on them.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we use on our streaming table.
Yeah.
So we have a set of those. We have a what was the mat? It's over by the mat case. The mat cases. Grab that. Yeah, that. R. Jorgensen also donated a Spellground Classic playmat. I know a lot of people are like a huge fan of these playmats.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. And then show prizes on stream. Yeah, we'll probably get something put together like that to show what people can win. But Bryce has given us 2 of his altars, a Young Pyromancer altar and a Counterspell altar, both gorgeous.
Bryce does good work. He really does.
I don't know if you guys saw, for Brian's birthday, he gave him a completely altered foil Baleful Strix, and it is gorgeous.
Yep.
More people might sub if we show the stuff. We definitely will.
We'll show more as it comes around.
Definitely. There is a search for Azcanta that we're giving away.
Good.
Because you got to find it.
Yeah.
And then we also have a Tundra, which will be given away at the very, very end of the stream. So like Sunday night.
Yeah.
Closest to midnight.
Cool.
Yeah, the Strix he gave Brian is just gorgeous.
Yep.
You want to see the Strix? I'll text Brian, tell him to come in here and show us. That's what I'll do. All right.
So these are all for the 24-hour stream.
Yes, all for the 24-hour stream.
And that's after the Legacy Symposium 1K tournament, which is tomorrow in about how many hours? 14 hours?
14 hours, 42 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Great.
Oh, that's what we should do. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right?
Uh-oh.
I know. Let me put our countdown.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. There we go. Show you guys my terrible editing skills. There we go.
Great.
There's a countdown.
There you go.
Yeah, if you sub during the 1K, then we add you to the list of people who are eligible to receive a giveaway.
For sure.
So like it's just crazy because all these giveaways, I don't think there's something here that's like worth less than $10.
No, it's great.
So
hello, Professor. Welcome
in. Okay. And that's just the giveaways during the 24-hour stream. We have a 1K Symposium.
You can sub whenever, Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse, you just need to be a sub
before
that individual giveaway that we're doing.
Yep.
So if you sub today or during the symposium tomorrow, then you'll be eligible every single time we give something away on Sunday. And if you get more than one thing, you get more than one thing. Okay, so Bryce is giving us the update. So their miss with Blood Moon was purely for entertainment value.
Purely entertainment value.
It was apparently they planned it during a sanctioned event.
I see.
They definitely didn't. I see through your lies, Bryce. Don't give me that. But yeah, so you, as long as you're subbed before, you know, like that hour one of our Legacy Symposium, then you're eligible for any of them.
Yep.
But the Legacy Symposium, 1K event.
Yep.
Our super gorgeous deck boxes are going out to the 2 finalists.
Yeah, we showed those on stream last week.
Yeah. Yes, and Jesse subscribes.
All right.
He's our newest hero. We've got a hero in our midst. Look at that.
Welcome, Jesse.
Jorgensen. Sorry, guys. I'll seppuku later. Oh, that's fantastic. Entertainment value. Love it. Boom. Done. Awesome. Welcome, Jesse. Well, for your case, I hope you win like all the prizes. Don't tell the other subs that I said that. They'd probably be upset with me. How could I be so biased?
So guys, round 2 should be up pretty soon.
That it should.
Just kind of waiting on pairings. And in the meantime, maybe we could take a look at some of those awesome Cats and Cantrips tokens.
We definitely can. In fact, we're gonna have them up on our website soon.
Great.
Which is good. Which is great. We have them on eBay right now, which I think that's actually where I want to pull up, because I think that's the best, or like the easiest place to buy them besides coming into our store. And then Kyra just like can't find it, of course.
It's hiding. Definitely hiding.
There we go. That's what I searched. You silly thing. Alright. Let me give you guys a link. I'll show you. I'll show you all what's going on with these awesome tokens. Alright. So the link I gave, Bryce lost, right? Yes, Bryce did lose.
Bryce lost.
Our Jorg just like got him real good.
Knockout punch.
Turn 1 Blood Moon. It was over. All right, so from here you guys can see all of our items for sale. If you click this 49 here, and you can see all of our tokens: our dinosaur, our squirrel token, goblin, elemental. We've got our brand new Knight Ally right here. In fact, there we go. Our Knight Ally, a cat, a bird. And here's our germ. One of my favorites. It's holding a batter skull.
Yeah.
Like it does, like germs do.
As it should.
I'm a personal fan of the
spirit with the book on how to be spooky. Yep.
How do you be spooky?
Well, the book will tell you. Gotta be a spirit first, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Our monk token. We get to see quite a bit of these because of Miracles players. I'm a personal fan of the Thopter.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
One of my favorites is the pirate cat.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
up above. Yep.
Yeah. Right here.
Oh yeah.
I like our Merit Lage. It's the most recent one we have. Oh, and I love the zombie. I mean, they're all great, but like it's you know, everybody's gonna have their preference for like.
Of course, yeah.
Here's my favorite, a Hornet Queen token.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, Merit Lage. Get your Bitter Blossom tokens. Ah, fantastic. Kyre, bring some trades to GP. Okay. Yeah. I do I did end up picking up a foil Ancestral Vision. It wasn't my fault. It was somebody else's. But the one that you have, I'd rather have. So I'll see what I can work out with you. Because a foil Mark Pool Ancestral Vision is just hands down better than the than the iconic Masters foil. Although it is kind of cool. Von Helmet, thank you for the subscription.
Awesome.
Look at that. Another new hero in our midst.
Welcome.
Love it. Oh, and our free hugs. Hippos.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Because Feldergriff. Our treasure tokens. I gotta use a couple of these in at GP Portland because I had a couple of Veraska in my deck. I know, standard, weird plants. Also great. Also great. It's a foil Iconic Masters 1. Somebody pulled it and they were like, "Oh, Kyra needs this," and then they gave me a really good trade, so I traded for it.
Yep.
But I would still rather have the one you have. Awesome! Look at that, 2 subscriptions today. I am psyched.
Doing great.
All right, let's go back to us. But yeah, so these Cats and Cantrips tokens, I've already seen a couple of the new ones that are going to be for January. We have a Merfolk token.
Awesome.
And we have a Clue token.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And I love it because it like there's like a lantern.
Yeah.
And it's showing like paw prints, and the paw prints are obviously from cats.
Yeah.
And then I've also heard that we're gonna have a Dovescape token.
Nice. Nice.
Not at all inspired by Nick's Fit or anything.
No, of course not.
No.
Just
it couldn't be.
Randomly decided.
Randomly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Completely random.
Randomly on purpose.
Randomly on purpose. All right. Looks like things have gotten started. Nobody informed me. All right. Looks like we've already gotten started a little bit. This is R. Jorgensen, or is this just?
Can't tell.
Yeah, this is Ardrog versus Calvin. Okay.
Cool.
Sorry, we'll catch you guys up.
I believe registration starts at 10 tomorrow.
Starts at 10. Event starts at 11. Registration at 10. All right, so we've got Ardrog on camera again. It's awesome. It's so hard to call him Robert, though. And like HC Fox is here, and I just call him Fox.
Yep.
I guess he has like another name though. Weird, right?
Super weird.
All right, what is Calvin on today? What is Calvin on?
Looks like a Delver variant.
This looks like a
4-color.
No, probably Grixis. Grixis Delver. Yes, Fox is here as well.
Yep, Fox is here.
Fox and Ardrog are here tonight. Fox is playing a Stifle Knot deck, of course.
So Trinisphere and Magus doing a good job of locking things up at the moment. Flip Delver is providing a lot of pressure, but
all right. So to catch up on the board state just a little bit, it looks like a Chalice came down early. It got a Force of Will was cast, pitching a Force of Will, and then we've just had a couple creatures played since then, right?
And now we have an Ensnaring Bridge and 2 cards in hand, which is going to keep that Delver off of Jorgensen's back. And
Ensnaring Bridge is a really good card.
Just now, we get up to the 3-mana.
He's like, they tap for red, and Calvin's like, yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
They sure do tap for red. Did you see how I cast something with it? That's funny. Robert's probably like, what? My spell's supposed to keep you from casting things. You don't understand. Yeah, it's Captain QC. It's because our Legacy 1K starts at our registration starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
In 14 hours, 31 minutes.
You can see, and then the tournament starts when our countdown hits 0. So they came out today. Actually, Jorgensen was here last night.
Cool.
And he got to hang out with Brian and I. And then HC Fox flew in today.
Yeah, I know a couple of people have been planning it for a little while.
Even Mikey from chat came over. Yeah, he's playing Manifest Destiny tonight. He's like I didn't have a deck, and we're like, oh, we can get you a deck. That's not the problem.
5 people try and hand them decks. Play this.
play Manifest Destiny. I'm like, no, play Nixfit. Okay.
So Jorgensen trying to keep his hand pretty clear. Pyromancer still able to get in at the moment.
Yeah. Siggy, welcome in.
Welcome, Siggy.
When are you gonna be here, Siggy? We haven't heard from you, or at least I haven't. Oh wow. He's gonna use Magus of the Moon to block young Pyromancer.
And down comes a Confluence.
Alright, Brian's gonna come show off that Baleful Strix after this round.
So Confluence clears the board, and I think that Calvin just kind of packs it up after that.
Look at that. Red Prison. You texted the wrong number, you think? Here. I'll whisper you. That's a different number, Siggy. Hopefully that one will work for you. And that's my number. I can just send it to Brian from there. Are you coming? Are you in Utah now? What hotel is Team Paragon staying at? Santa Clara. I'm not sure yet. Brian, I want to say is booking the hotel here pretty soon. He hasn't booked it yet, but he's one of those people with like a gold.
Oh,
what is it? Yeah. That you have like priority over other people because you're special or something. Brian is pretty
he'll get it done.
Yeah, not worried. Okay, let's see what's going on in our backup match. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Looks like we've got some actual Magic being played, which is unusual for our backup matches.
Excellent. So we've got... Okay, I'm gonna need to change the info here. This is Tim, and he is on a Grixis control list.
And Terry...
What is Terry on?
And Terry looks to be... Oh.
This looks like Grixis Delver?
Yeah.
Wow, lots of Grixis in the house. The Ramada Inn. Well, Siggy, come hang out with us. If you're close. Everybody's here tonight. You should come in and meet people.
So in comes some damage. It looks like, if that's correct, Tim's down to 4.
Yeah. And a Wasteland's going to clear probably the Underground Sea.
There it goes.
2 Insectile Aberrations. How do you...
It's fast clocked
to
deal with, for sure. Now, 2 mana, down comes a Goyf.
Oh, no, this is not Grixis. Sorry, this is Teamer. Or, oh no, his Sultai. It's Sultai. Look at me getting everything wrong.
get your shard right.
I'm sorry to hear that, Siggy. Well, it'll be good to see you. Make sure to come in, introduce yourself.
Say hi.
Yeah.
We love hearing from you guys,
Seriously.
especially in person.
Especially in person. It's been fun meeting a couple people already.
It has. It's really great putting faces with names that you've seen in chat for a while.
It really is awesome. Right, let's see.
All right,
Looks
so
like things have gotten started up. Jeez, they start so fast.
So quick.
Turn one Delver.
Delver versus turn one.
Turn one Blood Moon, and that gets forced pitching a Delver. All right, we're all caught up. 3 damage coming in, and a Ponder.
So this is just the start you want to see if you're Calvin. Quick early aggression, able to counter Blood Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Delver flipped. You have to imagine that that's about where you want to be.
Yeah, Robert did get game 1. I think I have that marked correctly on your screen.
Yep, should be.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Siggy has a jersey that says Siggy Stardust on it. Perfect.
Nice.
Well, yeah, there's no way I can miss you then. All right, so we see a Gitaxian probe sees 2 mountains. We see a Magus of the Moon and a Crucible, or not Crucible.
A Chalice of the Void.
Chalice of the Void.
Cracks fetch into Ponder. For an Underground Sea. So if you're Robert, I'm assuming you're trying to land the Magus of the Moon next turn. The question is, do you take a turn off and try to land a Chalice on 1?
I think you do. Chalice on 1 versus Grixis Delver locks them out of probably just as many things as Magus does. And if you can get both in play, then like, what is Grixis Delver even going to do from that point? Now Robert would just be, from there he'd just be looking for something that can get rid of the Delver on the board. Three mana. Okay.
Down comes Magus.
The face of mercy. Guy Ravahi, welcome to chat.
Delver comes in.
Presenting the clock that it does.
As you do.
As it does. All right. Oh, Lightning Bolt's going to take out Magus.
And that would have been another interesting reason to play the Chalice first, is to give that Magus some more protection.
I think that would have been my line too. The only thing about that, well, he has the mountain in hand.
That he does.
He could have just tapped City of Traders and played it. That's interesting. And just like, you know, after he could just play a mountain, and then the next turn he'd have 3 mountain, or the third mountain to play for Magus.
If it's countered, he doesn't even have to play his other land. He can just leave the city in play.
Yeah, he could. Exactly.
So Robert takes a quick look at the remainder of his hand that we don't know about.
What time are we going to be here until? Well, this is round 2. We're going to be here probably for another hour and a half, just casting, and then afterwards, like, I don't know, another hour, 2. We might be here till midnight or later. We'll see. I know Ben Friedman's here too.
Ooh, cool.
He was right outside the door when I went out there, and I was like, oh, a familiar face. That person does not know who I am. I'll say hi later.
Down comes Ancient Tomb and
Ooh, Pia Kieran Millar.
So that's going to provide a couple of beautiful Thopter tokens.
Yeah.
And that deals fairly nicely with the Delver if it lives.
Awesome, Siggy. And once you get here, if you need a ride back to your hotel, we've got you.
Here comes a double block.
Save you some money. Yeah, double block seems great. He could take it in like and hope to sacrifice one of them next turn.
I think the double block is the safer line, to be honest.
I agree.
So Pyro in play.
Attack with Pia and Kieran.
And down comes an ensnaring bridge now.
Jesse, the only person that's been revealed is Ben Friedman. I'm not sure if others have bailed or not. I'd have to talk to Brian about it. But Ben Friedman is here. And he will be a part of our stream, as far as I know.
Awesome.
For the 24-hour stream as well. It'll be great having him here.
23 players tonight in the room.
Yeah.
Pretty good turnout for the day.
Good turnout for a Friday.
So 1 card in hand for Jorgensen.
And 0.
And 0.
Oh no, he does have 1, sorry. Debating playing it. Trinisphere. Probably just daze this. Right? Just like make...
Yeah, 3 mana, daze.
Get a 1/1.
Get a
right?
1/1.
Is that what it's about?
Not even sure that does much, though.
No. Yeah. Is it gonna get an elemental?
So.
Not even using our elemental tokens. What is he doing? What is he doing? Robert's happy to pay 1 there. He's like, okay, that's fine. That 1/1 can't even attack.
Sure. I think I'd be perfectly happy to see that on Jorgensen's side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chromebox comes down, imprinting nothing, empties the hand, and still providing some fodder.
He actually needs to cast 3 for that.
He does.
I'm not going to go and correct it because he had plenty of mana.
You're correct.
But yes, even though it costs 0, Trinisphere's in play, you still have to pay 3 for your spells.
True Name costs 3 normally. No problems there. But
it can't attack.
Can't attack. Very sad True Name.
You got out of work late? That's lame. That's lame. Would have been great having you for this tournament. We got our Jorgensen
for sure
on both of our rounds so far. Got to make sure he has something to go back and watch, right?
Ooh. That's
Hazoret.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, Hazoret's going to pair well with the Ensnaring Bridge in play.
Yes. Can we put Fox on Cam next? Yes, I'll see what I can do. In fact, I'll message Brian.
Ooh, and Chandra comes down for Jorgensen as well.
Yep, that's going to be a clock.
That's quite a quick clock, especially with Hazaret.
Yeah, it's 4 damage a turn.
And it's looking like this game's going to go pretty quickly towards Jorgensen.
Wait, Hazaret, is that standard? Yes, it is a standard card. It is a standard card. But when you can play that standard card on like turn 2,
yeah,
it's
a little bit better.
It's pretty powerful. In fact, I've seen a little bit of Hazaret in Modern as well. The card's great.
Hazaret does a really good Chandra impersonation as well.
Yeah, it really does. All right, I've been informed we can get HC Fox on camera for round 3.
All right.
Yep, we're discarding. Whale, man.
Whale. So 2-turn clock for Jorgensen, and Calvin needs to find something to answer one of these to start having a chance on this board.
Another land would make it so he could cast 2 spells in a turn, but even then, what would it be doing? Yeah, so he's casting Pyromancer, and Robert's pointing to Trinisphere, like, all right, make sure you cast 3 for that, or sorry, pay 3 for that. We're gonna exile with Chandra. It's gonna deal 2 damage to the face, exiling a mountain.
And this looks to be another activation there, getting rid of another Chandra. And passes turn back, says, what do you got for me? If nothing, I'm going to kill you next turn.
Yes. Not only that, but Chandra threatens ult.
Yes.
So, you know what's going to happen, right?
So some brainstorming coming down, but the Chalice is going to stop that. Just getting a token. And Calvin says, well, can't do much anything, and I can't even do that because of the Trinisphere.
He cannot even brainstorm. This is what I was saying, is he can only cast 1 spell. And if it's converted mana cost is 1, it still gets countered, even though Trinisphere makes them pay 3.
And that's the
That'll
game.
do. Look at that.
So
Ardrog taking it down. Starting off 2-0. He's looking for that undefeated sweep.
Trinisphere.
Yeah.
Trinisphere putting in a lot of work.
Trinisphere is such a good card versus Delver.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times they function off of 2 mana.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Jesse, you couldn't have been more well timed with that. I'm sure you wrote that before I said anything, but.
And Blood Moon in general is very well positioned right now.
Yes.
There's a ton of greedy mana bases that aren't running that many basics.
Absolutely.
And they're not prepared to deal with the turn 1 Blood Moon.
Or even Magus.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a lot of decks are even, like, putting less Lightning Bolt in their deck to make sure that they have a slot for, like, 1 or 2 Fatal Push. It's like,
Yep. And without a fetch, it's kind of a dead card.
Absolutely. Main deck hate for 90% of the format. Yep. And so many of these decks just don't have the basics to play around it well.
So here we see a Tombstalker versus a board full of lands and a handful of spells. Looks like a Brainstorm, a couple other things. Passes turn back to Terry.
Not a lot that gets rid of Tombstalker.
Tombstalker is pretty big. Gurmag Angler with flying for 1 extra black.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw a flash of a Force of Will in Terry's hand.
And we've got a Ponder of the textless variety. Looks like Wasteland, Deathrite, and a Tarmogoyf?
Yep.
Tim always gets hate for his shuffles. That is so true. That is so true. The poor guy. Jeez. Can we let up on Tim for a sec? Alright, Wasteland is going to target something. I'm sure we're about to see. Here's a Snapcaster Mage. Oh dear, lands in front? Yep, lands in front.
And that's going to get forced pitching force.
They dumped all 6 decks out into your bag. Are the cards okay?
Ouch.
Oh my goodness, are your cards okay?
That's really harsh. Sorry to hear that. So death rate down for Terry. And it looks like
it was the Badlands that got Wastelanded. Okay. This is a
Tim's got a fatal push.
Fatal push for that.
Nice promo art, fatal push.
The cards look fine, you double sleeve. That's good. You said that and I like had a mini heart attack.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my. Alright, here's a Scalding Tarn. We've got a Young Pyromancer. But this is a 3-turn clock. And Tim is probably well prepared for something like Gurmag Angler, or well prepared for something like Deathrite Shaman, or
sure.
maybe even Tarmogoyf. Because it's on the ground and Young Pyro can just kind of chump those creatures, but this Tombstalker?
Yeah, and you know, with the rise of Gurmag Angler, we've seen a lot less Tombstalker around in these types of decks, but flying really is a big difference.
Well, Siggy, let me help you. Give me a list of your 6 decks that you brought. I can give you my input. I really just want to know what the 6 decks are. Oh, Diabolic Edict! Oh, I was just barely saying, like, what answers does he have for this? Diabolic Edict.
There, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Now we're talking. Okay, so Tarmogoyf comes down. This is still threatening a lot of damage. I see instant sorcery land creature. I believe that's going to be it.
Tim checking his graveyard.
Yeah, 4/5. I know the die is small that's next to it, but it is a 4/5. I'll try to keep you guys as updated as I can with that. Unless you can see it on your screen. On my little screen, I can't see it.
I can't see it.
I sometimes I'll like rewatch these streams on a bigger TV.
Yeah.
And I can see what the Tarmo or the Gwayfrock says, but 4/5. Just play Zoo. Zoo in Legacy. Come on, FC Reaper. I mean,
you could play Jund. That's almost like Zoo.
Jund's not exactly like Zoo. Doesn't play very many creatures.
Oh, come on. If you've got a Rancor, it is.
I do have a Rancor. I have a Rancor in my Jund deck.
So, basic island fetched. Let's see if Tim has another timely answer for a pretty big creature.
Play Greg Hatch's Artificer's Intuition. Okay. This is an Abrade plus a Lightning Bolt.
Wow.
To take care of Tarmogoyf. And Tim is holding on.
Wow.
There are only 2. There are... new Tarmogoyf. And you just see Tim shrug like, oh, what am I supposed to do about this?
So, from Tim's point of view, I think you're really hoping for a Snapcaster or another Edict effect, if possible. Otherwise, you're looking to kind of chump for a turn or two off of maybe another drawn Young Pyromancer. Get some tokens.
What did he draw? Is that a Culligan's Command? Because a Culligan's Command might let you live long enough. I think that's what he's looking at. Is what do I have? What do I have in my deck? He can Culligan's command to like make Terry discard his last card
Sure.
and return Snapcaster to his hand.
Okay. And then that deals with the Tarmogoyf next turn.
He would take 4 damage from Tarmogoyf. Yeah, you can't Thoughtseize. Is it a Thoughtseize? Okay,
That's
Cabal
a
Therapy.
Cabal Therapy.
So I think the reason he's trying to decide, do I make you discard this card?
Sure.
Right? Now he knows he does not want to see this Deathrite Shaman come down. I think he's going to Culligan's command, get Snapcaster back, and...
He doesn't have the mana for it. He doesn't have another black source.
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, then I don't like that at all.
So
I think he just threw the game.
Here we see Tim go to 2, and Deathrite comes into play.
No,
and
we gotta correct that.
Here comes a Culligan's command, which cannot be cast. So we're gonna see that happen here. And unfortunately, that's game.
All right. Slip back in here. One of those moments where it's like, oh,
yeah,
needed one more black.
Exactly.
And we did see a Wasteland earlier take out a Badlands.
We did. Yeah.
That turned out to be quite relevant.
Crucial, yeah.
But yeah, so what Tim needed to do is just not play the Cabal Therapy. He just needed to cast his Culligan's command, make them discard, get your Snapcaster, and hopefully your Snapcaster can resolve the next turn.
Yeah.
All right, Siggy has some decks for us.
Ooh.
All right, let's come back to us because it looks like everyone's done. All right, so Siggy says he has
Check Pile, Nick Fit, Black Red Reanimator, Mono Red Dragon Stompy, Bomberman, or Maverick.
Interesting.
Batosai
says check pile for the win. Nick Fit for the boys.
There's no dragons.
Can't do both. There's no dragons. Is that what you want us to call your oh, awful deck name. Should we call yours Dragon Stompy from now on, Jurek? You can hope to win with Nick Fit.
Well, I know what I would want to see.
What do you want to see?
I would want to see some Bomberman.
Bomberman?
Yeah. I've got kind of a soft spot in my heart for that deck.
I actually know of one player already who has said that they're going to be bringing Esper Bomberman to the event tomorrow.
Cool.
So you actually wouldn't be the only Bomberman if that's what you took.
The Gulag.
The Gulag. It's called the Gulag. All right, I'll see if I can switch for you next time.
Bomberman does throw people off a lot.
Absolutely.
The Red Prison. Yep.
The Gulag.
I got you.
Nice.
It is a lot of triggers to keep track of.
It is, but it's actually much easier to use in paper than it is in MTGO. So many clicks.
It's a lot easier to demonstrate a loop, that's for sure.
Yes. What version of Nick Fit? I kind of want to see your list because there are so many different Nick Fit decks.
I think that's the coolest thing about Nick Fit. Everyone has their own take on it.
Absolutely. Arjorg, it doesn't matter. Whoever's up at the top of the leaderboard gets on the camera unless we request you specifically, like we did Fox.
Yeah.
So the chances of you being on camera this next round is incredibly high. And another thing, and I don't know if you saw this, but you had a Trinisphere in play, and you when you played your Chrome Mox, and you decided not to imprint.
Should have paid some mana.
You didn't even pay 3 mana. Come on. Don't make me come out there. I'll get out of this comfy seat. Don't think I won't. I mean, it's nice. We got new chairs in here.
Oh yeah, nice new chairs. Lean back.
You know what? Hold on, Batosai. What if we don't ask him what version of Nick Fit he's playing,
Ooh.
and then we make him play Nick Fit?
Ooh.
That way we get to find out the fun way.
I like it. Let's do that.
Let's do that. I vote.
I vote Nick Fit.
I vote Nick Fit. You missed Sphere like twice in that match. It's kind of something easy to forget. I know that's weird, but like once you gum up the board with like an ensnaring bridge and like like a blood moon effect, it becomes hard to remember how many ways that you're taxing and how much of it affects you.
It's also easier to remember. A lot of those things affect your opponents more than they affect you.
Yes.
So it's harder to remember the times where it does affect you.
See, even Batosai is like, yep. I vote. Another vote for Nick Fit. FC Reaper also says Nick Fit now. Excellent.
Well, I think it's decided. It's got to be Nick Fit.
You hear that, Siggy? I think people want you to play Nick Fit. I wonder how many people are actually going to have Nick's Fit.
Yeah.
I wonder. That's what I would play if I played in the event.
There's a couple of Nick's Fit decks around the shop.
2 people have it, and then R. Jorgensen actually has Nick's Fit built as well.
Yep.
So if Les is in the house tonight, then we'd have 3 different Nick's Fit decks.
That's quite a lot.
I mean, mine isn't being used tonight, but
True.
still, and it won't be used tomorrow.
That you know of.
I have to admit though, if I did play tomorrow, I would play Jund. I'd play Jund.
Yeah.
I love the Nick's Fit deck.
Jund's fun.
I would have much more fun playing Nick's Fit. I would play Jund. What would you play if you played tomorrow?
If I played tomorrow,
because we all know you're skiing.
I'd probably try to make some kind of red-blue opposition deck.
Red-blue?
Red-blue.
Okay,
some
so like young Pyro
yeah.
opposition, huh?
Yeah.
I need to sit down with you and brew this.
Yeah.
Patrick wants to play Pox. Are you gonna be in town, Patrick? Or are you working the event? Or are you playing in it? Or are you not here at all? Out of curiosity.
A Pox for Patrick.
You sent us the Nick Fit deck. Oh, no. Do I click on it?
Oh, I don't think you can. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Siggy, I don't want to. Are you sure? Are you sure you want us to know? Everybody's already voted Nick Fit for you. They've decided. You'll be here. You're not sure what you're doing. I do know that we might have a table judge. There's the possibility of you being a table judge for us. You're sure? Okay. All right. What have we got?
Okay.
So 4 Verdant Catacombs, 1 Underground Sea, 2 Trops, 1 Swamp, 4 Misty Rainforest, 2 Island, 2 Forest, 1 Creeping Tar Pit, 2 Bayou, 2 Pernicious Deed, 2 Force of Will, 4 Brainstorm, 2 Abrupt Decay, 1 Toxic Deluge, 2 Ponder, 1 Maelstrom Pulse, 2 Green Sun Zenith, 4 Cabal Therapy, 4 Veteran Explorer, 1 Titania, Protector of Argoth. Awesome. I love that card.
And a Marin.
1 Tireless Tracker, 1 Thragtusk, 1 Marin of Clan Neltoth, 2 Leovold, 1 Eternal Witness, 2 Deathrite Shaman, 3 Baleful Strix, 1 Veraska the Unseen.
Wow.
Hello. 2 Jace the Mind Sculptor, 1 Garrick Relentless, That is a hot pile.
Did I just miss the basics? Where are the basics?
One island.
Oh, I see.
Or sorry. No,
I see.
no.
I just missed them. Four swamp.
One swamp.
One swamp.
Four.
I see one swamp, one forest, two island.
2 island, 2 forest.
2 forest.
One
2
swamp.
island, 2 forest, 1 swamp. Cool.
I support the Nick fit. That looks like a lot of fun. Then everybody will think that you're on Nick's fit because that's like been going around here. Next thing you know, you'll just like land something actually good besides an academy rector. They'll be like, "Wait, what? I thought I was supposed to hate out your graveyard better." And you'll be like, "Nope." Ley lines don't do much. See, R. Jorgensen's like, "Yep. Gotta get that Nick fit going." Alright, let's see. How much time do we have? 22, huh? We got about 7 minutes?
Yeah.
7 minutes until time is called. Which means I gotta share with people what's going on in our 24-hour stream.
Hey. It's coming out.
Okay. So, 24-hour stream. That's after the Legacy Symposium.
Yep.
Starting at midnight on Sunday, going till midnight.
Yep.
So all of Sunday, we will be live on Twitch. Now, our schedule isn't 100% solidified, but it's pretty close. We're gonna have Ben Friedman here.
Great.
On stream with us. Probably starting the stream with Brian.
Yep.
And then myself and R. Jorgensen. He hasn't told me what we're gonna play yet.
Mystery.
Oh no!
It's
Oh
a
no!
mystery.
Did he say we were playing opposition?
He said maybe.
Maybe he hasn't given me the
I
exact.
really want it to be.
Yeah, he might want to play some opposition, but yeah. So R. Jorg and myself will be here playing some opposition more than likely. We have Nate here with Eternal. If any of you listen to the Eternal Dirtles podcast, he's going to be here with Zach Clark, and they're going to be going over a spicy brew that they've been working on.
Nice.
We have is Brian here? Yes, Brian is here.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Are we gonna have HC Fox on?
I'm gonna put him on.
There's
a
a
couple
request.
things finishing up.
Okay.
Right now we've got Ben Friedman versus
Come stand back here.
Josh Snow in a pretty intense 4-color versus.
Ben Friedman's playing against Josh Snow right now, and they weren't featured.
I'm sorry.
Can you believe this, guys? All right. This is Bryce Felt's Altar of Baleful Strix. This was for your birthday, right? Or for Christmas?
A combination of both of those.
Look how... So he got like some... Is it just like white paint? Or did he use like metallic paint?
No,
to
no.
get...
So it's acetone around the edges so that it's just the silver base, and then just normal paint over it. What's going on with Siggy?
Gorgeous.
Why isn't he here?
He is on his way.
Is he driving? Did he run to cars?
No, he's got his hotel. I guess all of his decks got spilt in his bag.
TSA.
For TSA.
Siggy? That sucks. And you never texted me.
He had a problem with the number. I gave him my number. How did he do that? Yeah, exactly. How did he do that? It looked so Brian was saying he used acetone around the border.
Yep.
To get it so the foil under the border would shine.
Yep.
And then
It's with an I, and I'll kill you, Jesse. But not really.
Wow, you hear how violent Brian gets?
I get violent when people spell my name wrong.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
Right, because they both don't spell Brian. You poor.
that's B Ryan and mine's Brian.
B Ryan.
Yeah, it's B Ryan.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's acetone and then just normal paint. But because the silver shines through under it, it makes it glitter. Which is sweet.
And you two could win your very own Bryce Felt altar.
Yes.
Coming up
Coming up
on the 24 hours.
All right. Can you Can you instigate on what's going on for our next round so we can get some people we haven't had on yet?
Yeah.
Or I mean, we can have Ardrog on if you'd like.
No, I think we want Fox and probably put that on.
Okay, let's
Sounds
do that.
good.
Can you make sure that happens?
Yep.
Thank you, Brian. You're the best.
Yes, the same Bryce that commentates sometimes.
Yes.
Yep.
Same Bryce.
Same guy. Very talented.
Yes, he does altars. In fact, since we're talking about them, let's pull it up. Let's see if he's actually put that altar up, right? So Bryce has his own Facebook for his altering, and he does them by commission. So I'll give you guys. You're gonna throw some money at him at some point. I don't blame you. I already have. In fact, I paid a good chunk of money to get 5 basic lands done by him,
and they look amazing. They look so good.
They're actually gonna be on here. No, he's at his hotel. Patrick. Okay, so take a look at this. We've already got a little video showing what he's done to this Deathrite Shaman. Look at this. This is insane.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna make this a little bigger for you guys. Holy cow! So this is a foil Deathrite Shaman that he's messed with, and he's showing pretty much what he's done to let the foil seep through the paint. We just ended round 2. So actually gonna keep this up.
Batosai, when are you going to New Zealand?
Look at this dark ritual.
March. That's a good time to go.
Zunder, you wanna link to the Bryce Felt? I just linked it, but I'll here. I'm not sure if this is what you wanted. Okay, I think we're actually getting started.
All right.
Let me.
Looks like this round might be underway.
Or is it?
Hard to say. It's like
No,
we've
maybe-
got people sitting down.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Kind of looked like it there for a sec. Sorry, guys. Let me get back to showing off these altars because they're so pretty.
Beautiful dark ritual.
All right, what's gonna be next? I want to see. Oh yeah, so he's done this foil Atraxa here,
And
a ponder, a set of Elvish Spirit Guides. Oh, these are so gorgeous. No, Batalha, we do 3 rounds on Friday. But if you want to watch some Legacy, chime in tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have our Legacy Symposium. There'll probably be like 9 rounds of action. Bryce and I will be here for that.
Oh yeah.
So this is actually an altar that he did for me. These are Urza's Saga lands that he did. So there's the island. Allure Seeker Stone. This is the plains, probably my favorite. I'm not a big fan of plains, but this one.
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
And the nighttime theme, like, wonderful.
Oh, I know. Aren't those spirit guides insane? But what's so cool about the way that he did these basic lands for me is he actually puts on black paint. Okay.
Yep.
And then removes paint in
Cool.
the places where he wants paint removed.
Yeah.
And that's how he did these.
Wow.
And then the Ponder and Burning Wishes.
Beautiful, beautiful burning wishes and ponders.
Yeah. Yes. Here are my other basic lands that he did. The forest, he added in these little lanterns. He hasn't started. These aren't These aren't the people we're gonna watch. I don't think so, anyway. No, definitely not. Right. They're just teasing us. The mountain. Yeah, so he even said that, like, this is the color of the background in the back, and he just, scrapes away the black paint off.
Very cool.
While he's doing it, and that's what gives it that color. So this is original paint from the card. Same.
Ooh, I love that.
Mm-hmm. Mind Stone, a Threndon ammo. Yeah, this
Some
one's
Delvers.
I love it. Kind of the godly halo, Let me see if I can find. Oh, here. This young pyro. We are giving this away during our 24-hour stream.
Hey, there you go.
This exact one, actually.
Awesome.
And then I want to say there's going to be one of the other one that we're doing as well. Yeah, there's a Ponder, some Rite of Flames. This is for a test storm deck, obviously, with the Burning Wishes. And then this is the other one that we'll be giving away during our 24-hour stream. This gorgeous white border counterspell, which I really love what he did with this one, because I don't white border not everybody loves, but I feel like it really works with the way he altered it.
Well, it's very simple.
Yes.
And there's something to be said about that.
Absolutely.
It's very easy to go over the top with these types of things, but it's subtle enough that it works.
I agree. This is one that he did. Somebody found this Grim Tutor, and they wanted the border to be black, and they wanted this part right here to be gone. They just asked him to put a scroll there. Concordant Crossroads. Oh, I love the way he used the white border to kind of make it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like the way that Bryce messes with the white borders.
Teamer Battle Rage.
Yep. Pretty cool.
More of that Atraxa.
Yeah. Just looks so difficult to do. I just don't know how he how he does this.
Yeah.
But for anybody who doesn't know, these altars are done by Bryce Felt. He usually does commentary with me here on Tuesdays, and he'll also be a commentator for tomorrow's 1K. We'll be streaming all day tomorrow. We got a guru brainstorm here.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Oh, I love this set of Lingering Souls.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, these are not tournament legal because the art isn't recognizable. But I think they're like the most beautiful thing ever.
Still a great thing to use when you're playing with friends
or at a casual tournament. They might be, people might be fine with it there.
Yep.
But not at like GP level or higher.
Of course,
I would say. Not sure if there's anything below that. Pretty awesome. He hasn't posted the Baleful Strix yet that he did for Brian, but I'm sure he will. Cool.
All right.
Let's come back to us.
Oh, should be just about any second now. We'll be getting pairings.
22. I'm actually surprised we don't already have pairings. Yeah, these are. I bet you we're in time. We're probably just waiting for some people to end.
Yep.
Yeah, we actually had one person contact Bryce through the stream and asked for all those storm pieces. So if you're looking to commission Bryce, you can always talk to him and see what he charges, or talk to him personally. you know, one guy wanted his whole test storm deck done.
Ooh.
The entire deck.
Wow.
That's why the Burning Wishes, the
That's a
Rite of
ton.
Flames. There's a lot to do. A lot to do.
What better way to customize your deck than if you find an artist that you like?
Yeah.
Have them do that for you.
Thanks for calling my Nick Fit deck a hot pile. It is a hot pile. It's awesome. Everything in there is just crazy cool.
Siggy, I've played a lot worse.
Oh man. I mean, I'm playing Nick's Fit. Your deck looks much more well put together than Nick's Fit. Oh, but I was talking about what was going on during during our 24-hour stream. Sorry, so I left off and I was so Nate Golia and Zach Clark from Eternal Durdles are going to be working on a deck that they've been messing with.
Gotcha.
And then we're going to have a cube draft by myself and Corey.
Nice.
Which I'm really excited for, because if any of you tune in during the days, I am a huge Cube fan.
Oh, Cube's so much fun.
I love playing Cube. And then we're going to have HC Fox on, and he's going to be walking through Stifle Knot with Bryce.
And I'm really excited for that.
Me too. So I got if you guys tuned in earlier today, HC Fox came in earlier and was talking and did a cube with me. Okay, and so I said, "All right, Fox, you have the helm. You know, you draft what you want to draft, and we'll just draft it."
Mm-hmm.
And so he starts off and he goes, "Okay, take Library of Alexandria." I mean, who wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
And then his second pick, Yawgmoth's Bargain, right?
Okay.
6 mana.
Yeah.
Pay a life, draw card.
Yep.
Okay. And then and then he goes, take Dig Through Time, and then he goes, take Mana Gorger Hydra.
Oh, okay.
And so Corey and I were sitting here going, what is going on? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We ended up 2-1-ing with the deck, but his mind works so differently towards Magic than mine does, that like whenever he starts talking about Magic, I'm kind of just fascinated.
Sure.
So I can't wait to see what he and Bryce are able to accomplish during this Stifle Knot segment of our stream.
It's gonna be great.
I'm really excited. And then Brian's gonna be with Shay.
Mm-hmm. Doing some Storm.
Some Amp Storm.
Yep. And Josh Snow doing some blue-white control with Brian.
And then we'll end the stream, Brian and myself. We're going to be doing some food chain.
Hey.
As it turns out, Brian is one of not very many food chain players. So he's always happy to talk about that a little bit more. Taxi fed 30-minute ETA. Oh, that's obnoxious. Well, we'll see you when you get here. No worries. We're not going anywhere. But yeah, so that's kind of what we have planned for our 24-hour stream so far, so you can kind of know what to expect.
Schedule, yeah.
A couple things might change between then and now, but
of course giveaways on the hour.
Yes, giveaways on the hour. Or sorry, on the hour. I think they might be mid-hour actually.
Mid-hour, somewhere within the hour.
Somewhere. Yeah. So we're actually
on the half
hour. They're gonna be on the half hour. That way we have a little bit to like start what we're doing and then throw out the giveaway.
Awesome.
And I'm really excited too, because while Bryce is here, Bryce is going to be the one giving out his altars.
Yeah.
While Jorgensen's here, that's when we're going to be giving away his chipset. And you got some news for us?
So it's going to be Josh versus Nate.
Okay.
HC Fox, and then Ben versus Paul.
Really?
Ooh.
Oh, this is a fantastic third round.
Cool.
Tables 3 and 4.
Awesome.
Excellent.
And I'll let you guys know how.
So does that? Wait. So you said HC Fox versus.
Yeah, Nate versus Josh.
Nate. Okay. Yeah. Oh, against Josh.
Yep. And then Paul versus Ben.
Nice.
Paul versus Ben Friedman, guys. What? Hold on. Get back here. What is Ben Friedman on?
4 color.
4-color check pile.
Mhm.
And
Josh on Miracles.
Josh is on Miracles. Okay.
Nate's on blue red.
Excellent.
Okay,
Stifle Knot.
there we go.
Okay.
Stifle the Knots.
All right, guys. What's the verdict? Are we gonna watch Josh play again? Or we gotta watch HC Fox, right? Miracles versus Stifle Knot,
We kind of have to.
and then our backup match will be Lands versus Check Pile. That's Paul on Lands versus Ben Friedman on Check Pile.
Yeah.
Wow, this is an awesome round 3. Awesome round 3. All right, we'll watch some Stifle Knot, guys. No worries, no worries. Let me get all this info updated for you.
It's not even a real question, Batosai says.
All right. All right, looks like they're about to get started. Getting the last updates.
That's
here.
okay, Reaper. We'll make sure that if you win a giveaway, that you get your giveaway.
Yeah, Cody, I know you personally. If you get something, no worries. You will not miss out on that. Don't you worry. All right, guys. You asked for it. Here we are. We've got Josh on Miracles and Nate, aka HC Fox, on Stifle Knot. Santa knows if you were naughty or nice. Well, so do you guys. Most of my interaction with human beings is here, right here in this seat. Well, I mean,
Now it is.
our old seat, but yeah. Nate can't lose. Josh has no soul. Oh, that's hilarious. Looks like we have a mulligan from Fox.
Gotta love the old Ancestral Recall playmat from GP Vegas.
GP Vegas was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed
I
that
was
event.
I was sad to miss it. I was.
3 events.
Yeah.
Looks like a second mulligan. That's not what you want to see.
Definitely not.
Not in a matchup like this.
And it's the battle of the blue sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
I do see a Dreadnought in hand, opening hand for Nate.
It is funny too because Fox is one of those people who really is against mulliganing. Like if he only mulligans when he like has to. There's no other option. And so seeing him mulligan twice is super unfortunate.
Quick ponder on the way for Josh. Just looking at a brainstorm, a couple other cards. Decides to shuffle it up. Fetch land pass for Nate. And down comes Counterbalance.
Yep. And what's funny is when these two players met for the first time earlier today, Fox even said he's like, wait, Josh is a good guy, and he plays Counterbalance. like that's two things that just couldn't happen.
Yeah, Muggy. Josh has lots of play experience with Counterbalance, and he's a definitely quick player.
Absolutely.
When it comes to playing Miracles. It's very rare that you'll see him go to time.
Mm-hmm. To predict that he reveals to Counterbalance, so this Delver will resolve. Yeah, Josh does not go to time very often. He plays this deck so well. He has 1.5 million reps. It's crazy. That's cool. I didn't know that Nate was a Reanimator veteran. So a miss on the flip. A miss on the flip. Here's Mishra's Factory.
Now, Factory's got to be decent in this matchup. It's a threat that can't be countered. It's going to be hard to deal with, interact with Terminus, as long as he's able to keep it kind of out of that miracle zone.
This is Nilla. Is there any Nyx fit in the field? I did not lend my deck out today. So if Les is here, then maybe yes. But I'm not sure. Alright, so Delver flips. He just pulls that out of its sleeve to represent that that's flipped. We all know that that's a 2/2 flying, or sorry, a 3/2 flying creature. I love. We all know.
And
proceed to say it wrong.
Now, in response, after the flip, but before he draws, he's fetching away the useless days.
Yeah, not doing a whole lot from this point. Josh already has 4 mana. It has the possibility of being countered by Counterbalance and being pointless. It's just not what he wants right now.
Certainly not. Second Factory down.
Now that's really strong, because now he's able to be like, okay, here's 2, here's 2. Are you going to use a Terminus? Or are you going to swords it, just kind of one at a time, deal with my 1 threat?
Or he can even pump it more. He can go for 3.
Stand still. Okay, so I imagine we're going to see an activation from Counterbalance? Or he's going to Brainstorm first?
Thinking about if he wants to
predict. Oh, no.
Okay. Snapcaster, probably for Brainstorm. Brainstorm can put a counter to that on top.
I don't see anything in Josh's hand that's going to counter this, so Brainstorm needs to find a Force of Will.
Ooh. So here we're seeing a Stifle, or a Trick Bind on the ability of Snapcaster Mage, or possibly on the Counterbalance. I'm not sure which one. One of those triggers is being... Yeah, Trick Bind is a Stifle that can't be countered.
Well, almost, yeah.
Well, yeah.
In most cases. Yep, Brainstorm's on top.
Okay.
That does not counter a Trick Bind.
It also does not counter a standstill. Here comes a Predict, though.
Yeah, still responding to Standstill. Okay, so Standstill is now resolved. I believe, yeah. We have an untap and a draw.
This looks like Jace. Jace is going to break that standstill. And we'll see if we get a response.
Yeah, this is a great place for Nate to be in. Absolutely.
So Jace resolves. Minus on the Delver.
Delver will go back to hand.
Josh passes back. Leaves back Snapcaster, probably as a blocker for a Factory to make sure that Jace can stick around a little bit longer. Nate could potentially throw away his turn for a attack here?
Attack Jace with 1 Mishra's Factory.
So that stops the Snapcaster from being able to profitably block the factory, but at the same time...
Alright, so the fetch land ability resolves, and a basic plains will come in. Any vintage up here tonight? Not that I know of. But a lot of legacy.
Incoming swords.
A lot of modern.
And that's getting forced.
Alright. Force of Will will pitch the Delver of Secrets that was bounced to the hand earlier. And Snapcaster will die in combat. Lightning Bolt. Ooh. Now that we know that there's not a 1-drop on top. And Jace down. Now it's 2 Mishra's Factory facing down whatever Josh has left in hand, right?
Yeah. And definitely I feel Nate is in a good position here.
Counterbalance number 2. FC Reaper, yeah, standard did fire tonight, I believe. This is a spicy knot? Yes, it is. Nate actually has a lot of different versions of Stifle Knot that he's toyed with. This is the one that he's chosen to bring tonight. And I believe this is also the deck he plans to play tomorrow.
So, Nate thinking about how much damage he wants to try to get through. Whether he wants to leave open red mana. Looks like 1 factory gets in. Pops.
About to Sai says that Jace always deserves to die. Is that true?
I don't know. Ooh.
Illusionary Mask.
Illusionary Mask.
Yes.
That's one you'll have to pull up.
This card is so crazy. BH122, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Whoa.
So
that's not what I meant to happen. Yeah, let's actually... Is there a better version I can pull up? Where the text is a little better? Yeah, let's try this one. There we go. What an interesting card. Okay, so it does get countered by Counterbalance. Drat. And here is a Snapcaster Mage. We're going to predict. We're going to throw away that counterspell and draw 2. So, interesting thing, I did see Keranos, God of the Storms, in Josh's hand, but there is no red mana to be seen.
Very interesting.
There's a Council's Judgment, there's a Keranos, and one other card I didn't quite see what it was. It's a blue card.
These factories are still doing a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Milltown, population all your cards.
Yeah, Keranos main deck. This is kind of the version of Miracles that has that red splash in it, has Blood Moon in the sideboard.
Okay, so first counterbalance triggers.
He sees that island. He's going to predict.
Second counterbalance will now trigger. And Jace.
Jace is definitely something that Nate doesn't want to be cast. However, these factories are doing quite a bit.
And Lavamancer itself is a very decent threat. Here we'll see another 1-drop after a 4-drop's been revealed off the top.
Mm-hmm. Factory incoming.
And a junk block.
And we'll pump it with the other factory. So Nate all tapped out. Josh will draw his Jace. See what he wants to do with this.
Starting off with a... Oh.
Just
take
kidding.
it back. Thinking about starting off with a cantrip. Looks like a ponder. See what's on store on the top.
Nate points at the counterbalance. Oh, shouldn't you? Are you sure you don't want to counter?
It looked like there might have been a search for Azcanta in the top 3 there. So I think this is Josh just trying to figure out the damage for next turn, see if he can survive with what's on top or whether he really needs to find a Terminus or if he even needs to Council's Judgment right now.
Yes, I think it is harder to play well. Without top, the deck is less time consuming to play.
Jace comes down.
It's going to minus to bounce Grim Lavamancer back to Nate's hand.
Lavamancer into hand, Azcanta into play.
Loaded Delta.
Wasteland's going to take care of that. Make sure that the coast is clear for getting that Jace off the board.
Pull up both factories. And this is 3 at Josh and 2 at Jace.
Josh down to 7 here.
Counterbalance is revealed to Azcanta. He decides to put that. Sorry, it wasn't revealed, but he decides to put the counterbalance into the graveyard. And
here
of course,
an Azcanta activation. Found it.
Found it. So glad we found it. Speaking of found it, we should have a found it emote.
Yeah.
Very soon
very soon.
For subscribers. Let me see if that. I believe it's still pending. It is. Once it gets cleared, we'll have that emote for you subs. Joe, yeah, welcome in. Good to see ya.
How's it going?
Okay. Do we see what the activation found?
Did not. Looks like a swords.
Okay.
That happens. Nate says, yeah, sure. No big deal.
1 life should be gained. Yeah, okay. Josh is like, I got this. Life total not a concern for Nate. As usually once the Miracles deck. Joe, yeah, thanks for the follow.
In for 3 on Nate's side.
Mm-hmm.
Passes turn. Oh, thinking
Maybe.
about it for a minute. Thinking about replaying that Grim. Decides just to pass back.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that play. You know, Nate has the board. There's no real need to play into the counterbalances that are active.
Right. Finds another volcanic island. He can attack for lethal. It's not usually something you want to do in the face of something like a Terminus being revealed.
Sure.
Off the top of the deck. So like, you know, like a Brainstorm or...
It would be pretty risky, I think, to go for.
But we know that Josh doesn't know the top of his deck. it would be like completely blind. And does he even have a way?
So now, I think this is for information on
Okay.
what is.
I think so too.
Now we'll see an Azcanta activation in response to the first counterbalance, between counterbalance triggers.
Yeah. And here is a fetch of Polluted Delta. Grabbing a volcanic island. Maybe a stifle?
Possibly.
Stifle the second one? In response to this Azcanta.
Now, if he does do that, that will... Ooh, is it Charm?
Is it Charm?
Is it Charm in response?
Not
For
a card we see every day in
draw
Legacy.
2, discard 2 would be my guess. And Josh thinking about what to do with that, so he says, yeah, that's fine, resolves.
Discards 2 Dreadnoughts. So this is something that's interesting. Is Dreadnought is not spectacular in this matchup. Even though if he were to ever get it going, he'd probably be pretty happy to have it. But
Is it Charm only deals damage to creatures, Jesse?
yeah, only to creatures. Never mind.
So Nate not willing to activate in the face of that much mana. Azcanta, I believe, revealed another Swords. Yeah, you got there, Jesse. Terminus off the top.
That'll put Grim Lavamancer down on bottom.
And that is pretty big here with Josh at a low 4 life.
These factories are just terrifying, though.
Oh, definitely.
Sorcery speed removal's not going to get him. You see that Council's Judgment in Josh's hand just completely dead.
Yep.
To what's going on. There is a Swords to Plowshares, but... oh, and a Snapcaster.
And the other thing is, even a single fetch, say to get that Keranos online, would mean that one single activation of a factory would be enough to kill.
We see Force of Will on top of Josh's deck from the first counterbalance activation. Looks like he's going to activate Azcanta. Josh is turning this game around.
Azcanta's definitely putting in work. Ooh.
Flame Slash you. Oh,
What?
He showed me this tech.
That's not Flame Slash, is it?
Oh, not Flame Slash. Wild Slash? Wild Slash. Okay, my bad. Wild Slash. Ah, see, Sir Vestige knows. If you have power 4 or greater, it can't be prevented.
Very interesting.
Stifle Snapcaster. So this is the Azcanta trigger.
So Brainstorm found. And I believe this Snapcaster is still on the stack.
I think so. Is there even any more mana that he can use with this Snapcaster, though?
No, but a 2/1 Modi at this point is still very, very good. Right.
No, True Name has red. I don't think you can even target it. I can't remember exactly what it was against, but he has his reasons. Patrick, I don't think that was ever a concern.
Yeah, you would still not be able to target True Name.
Yeah, I think it does get Mom.
Yep.
It does get True Name?
Yes, okay. So
Kyre's moms.
so they would block with True Name on
Okay.
a creature.
All right.
And damage could not be prevented this turn. So it would kill the True Name.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Yep,
Interesting.
That'll do. Same thing with Mother Roots. We see 2 Terminuses going to the bottom with that Azcanta activation. And Josh really starting to grind this game back.
As Josh is known to do. So this Keranos is a creature.
Wow. In for 6.
Plowshare Mom. I mean, source of plowshares. Yep.
I think they're just making sure the life total is correct. Off of fetches and swords. You don't.
No, but counterbalance is a lot of devotion. Here's a wasteland.
Not particularly what you want to see at the moment.
I really do think that a double attack wins this game, though. Outside, is there a source of plowshares? Oh, maybe there is.
Now, interestingly enough, if Terminus happens, that gets rid of Keranos, and it also gets rid of Snapcaster.
Yeah, it would.
But I do see a Caracas in play, which could save the Keranos.
Alright, Wasteland's going to take care of Azcanta. So now we can unfind that. Force of Will has been found. And Keranos will reveal a Scalding Tarn. Another attack for 6.
Keranos presenting lethal next turn. Here comes the Desperation double. And the Swords gets in there.
Force pitch days, force pitch.
Force back.
Oh yeah, just force hard cast.
Yep.
And I think that'll do it.
Do the trick, and yep.
All right, so Josh
will take that first game.
Wow, what a game!
Wow.
It looked like Josh was so ahead at the front, and then Nate came back, stabilized, and we'll take a look at what's going on our backup match. So we've got Paul versus Ben Friedman.
So a Baleful Strix, a couple lands in play for Ben, and a Maze of Ith, a couple lands in play for Paul, Wasteland, 3 Grove of the Burn Willows.
Wow.
Exploration.
All right, Underground Sea has been found. Looks like he's going to be casting a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, Josh is an incredible Magic player. Really, really fun watching him use this deck. You need that mat in your life. Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
This, I've said this before, but like, I never realized how gorgeous Rashad and Port was until I saw it like blown up on a mat. All right.
Here comes a gamble.
Yeah, and he was able to get Punishing Fire out of his graveyard. Pretty big deal considering he can, like, with one land here, he can just kill Jace.
Well, there's a Dark Depths.
Yep.
Wasteland taking out Underground Sea. Second Wasteland taking out Volcanic. Me too, Jesse. Me too. And Loaming back. Double Wasteland. And a Grove. All 4 Groves in play.
Siggy, there are a ton of places to eat around here.
If you want a burger, go to like Astro Burger or somewhere like that instead of McDonald's.
Yeah, there's a lot of places to eat right here in Draper.
There's a Subway right next to the store. There's
and on the other side of the freeway, there's like actually like 20 restaurants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of good Mexican food.
Yes. Ponder. Yes, there is an in.
There is. Yep.
Cafe Rio, Costa Vida. There's a Cup Bop. There's a Chick-fil-A. Rancheritos.
All right. Abrupt Decay comes in on the exploration.
And then a Punishing Fire is going to deal a couple of damage to Jace.
Can't imagine Jace is long for this world.
No. Not against something like this. Mox Diamond's going to come down. It's going to throw away a Dark Depths. Here's another Punishing Fire hitting Jace. Wasteland takes care of the Tropical Island. Now Ben doesn't have a lot left in him.
Yeah. There's a 1/1 flyer that can't attack. There is a Leovold entering the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So I love this.
Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah.
Play Leovold. Attack with Baleful Strix. Do you want to maze it? Because you maze it,
I'll happily draw a card if you maze it.
Right. And Paul does decline. He goes, nope, just kidding. I don't need to maze
I'll take my 1/1B.
Yeah.
So, Paul thinking over some options. He does have a Cycle Land in hand and a Loam in the yard, able to dredge. Punishing Fire is not looking optimal against Leovold.
Riley Cold, welcome in. Just catching the end of our last round.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. I don't, no worries, I remember. Alright, Punishing Fire back to hand. Looks like we're going to take care of...
I think you have to go after Leovold if
Leovold?
this is your plan, but
He's thinking.
it's going to cost you at least 2 cards to do, assuming no interaction.
Yep, return Punishing Fire. 2 more damage at Leovold, another draw. Yes, there is a Paul who plays lands. Exactly. His name's not Riley. It's actually Paul. Who were the top seat undefeated players? I can ask for that information.
So here we see a brainstorm coming in for Ben. Probably looking for an answer to that Punishing Fire. Keep the Leovold around. Oh, and we see a Force of Will pitching a Snapcaster to do just that. And that's going to mean another 2 cards for Ben if Paul tries to run the same line again.
Right. Exactly, Paul. This Paul's not Riley either. What a coincidence. I'm still going to call you Riley because of your name. I know your name's Paul.
All right, so
Got to cycle.
Thicket being cycled. And he's saying Leovold triggers so you can't draw outside of your normal.
He's like, that doesn't work the way you think it does.
Yep.
There's 2 mana, Life in the Loam. You're trying to get yourself known as Riley in Brazil, but it's hard. Well, we'll call you Riley here. Because Paul's a weird name. And Riley is too. Thanks for sharing. Dredge gets past Leo. It's a replacement effect. He's not drawing.
I don't believe he had one in the yard to Dredge. I believe it was in his hand already.
Nate Diggity, I've gotten that a couple times. My hair is actually like long and straight, so I don't look all that much like Seth Rogen. Maybe with a hat on I do.
Alright. Ben untaps, draws for turn.
Paul dredged it, yeah. He'd have to dredge first off of his draw to be able to cycle. Okay. It's got to be the hat then. Oh, that's fine. Seth Rogen's an awesome guy. Wow. Those are some crazy names, Riley Cold. Well, what looked like a really, really decisive win for Paul. Ben's really clawing his way back into this one. Leovold is really carving his way.
And even though Ben's been pretty mana starved off of these wastelands, Ben's ahead on the board now that Maze isn't as effective, and Punishing Fire also is kind of being held off.
Mm-hmm.
But all it's going to take is for one Thespian stage to come down and kind of wreck Ben's day. The bigger question is with all that life gain from the groves, is that even going to matter in time?
It It may not. With a Baleful Strix being on the board, plus his life total being higher than 20, a 20/20 will actually have to do quite a bit of work. I mean, he does have Punishing Fire continuously going now. Alright, we've made it through the first couple turns in our Stifle Knot Miracles matchup for game 2. I think we should head over there.
Alright.
Or do we want to finish this game? Chat, do you guys have a preference? Want to go back to Stifle Knot, or do we want to stay and watch, see if Ben can crawl back into this one? He's going for the decking plan? Maybe.
Could be. Could be.
Please go back.
Miracles?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so turn 5. We've seen some cantrips, a search for Azcanta, there's a Flip Delver on the board. Not a whole lot else seems to have happened aside from the Delver getting in quite a bit of damage.
I see Blood Moon in Josh's hand. Ooh. Here comes a Pyroblast. Pyroblast taking out that search.
There's a perk, being able to just target up one permanent.
I wonder if we'll see a Blood Moon come down this turn.
That would be brutal.
Turn off both of those factories. Oh.
Swords.
Looks like we might. Swords Delver.
I think that's 22 life. He's just moved it above 20. So for any of you who are watching, Nate's life total is 22.
Fetch up an island. This looks like a Blood Moon to me.
I think so. And if there's not a Force of Will, then this could be brutal.
Ooh. I do see a force. I see two forces.
Yeah, he has 2 forces. No, Bryce played in our round 1, Riley Cold. Bryce is Aros in chat.
Alright, so Blood Moon gets forced, and we see a Ponder. Josh passes turn. And in for 4 for Nate. Coast is clear. Doesn't have to worry about them getting Terminus or any crazy shenanigans.
Counterbalance. Scalding Tarn. And the coast is clear. If Nate chooses to go for this, I'm pretty sure he can win.
Yeah. And it looks like he's getting ready to do just that.
He's trying to decide, do I go for this? I think he has Force Blue card. He's trying to think what he can lose to.
Toying around with activating 1. Does go for both. Looks like he might also have Lightning Bolt in hand, which makes this line a lot safer. So even if 1 dies, he can Lightning Bolt and have Force backup.
Here's a fetch. Going to 3 life. So now Lightning Bolt is lethal as well.
Snapcaster. And that's getting forced.
Throwing Dak Faden.
Pyroblast in response.
And Lightning Bolt in response.
And Lightning Bolt you. Revealing a 4 on the top.
All right, guys, we got a game 3. Nate able to take game 2. Looked like a Delver put in
Yeah.
at least 3 hits.
Yeah.
Finish things off. Didn't see a Terminus on Josh's side.
And if you can get under the blue-white control deck, then it takes a lot for them to catch back up.
So our backup match ended up ending. So if I had to guess, I think Paul was able to beat Ben Friedman. Well, it didn't look like he was going to lose that one. But there were a lot of things going on.
I'm still unsure.
Yeah?
I think Ben might have got that one. I think his life total was high. He had a pretty active Leovold in play. Mm-hmm. And there were a ton of cards being drawn. But who knows?
True Nightmare, he wasn't at 1, he was at 21. He just put it to 1 once he gained more life. 22 sweeted. Our other match is over. Not entirely sure who won. But this was our main feature match anyway. We were just we just go over to that one to watch some magic between games.
It looks like we're gonna get underway here pretty quickly. Nate has a hand already drawn.
Yeah, Jesse, I'm with you. I feel like that game was eventually going to go.
Yeah, that could very well be.
He was never going to have more than the third land, you know.
It just depends on whether that Leovold was able to go the distance ahead of time before the 2020 came down.
Right. All right. Josh is going to start things off with a Flooded Strand. Yeah, it is hard to beat Maid's Whip.
True.
Absolutely.
Very true.
A Polluted Delta from Nate. And a Ponder from Josh.
No turn 1 play from Nate. Not really what you want to see, at least starting out.
So they are playing really fast here. I think they're about to head to time. I think so. Oh, we never... Oh, no.
No.
They should have another 10 minutes or so.
Should be fine. They'll want to play quickly.
Yeah, I wasn't updated with my last round.
So, factory in play for Nate. And that is what you want to see for Nate, is
factory?
Something that can't be countered, that provides a threat coming into play. Standstill. Standstill coming down.
Love it. This is going to be a volcanic island, and we're going to see a pyroblast.
Ooh. There we go.
And I think that we're going to see a fight over this one. Force of Will is going to pitch Delver.
And yeah, that's going to resolve.
Standstill resolves. All right. Looks like we're going to see some Mishra's Factory beats.
Wow.
Okay, Snapcaster comes down, Standstill cracks. Never mind. Josh is willing to give Nate the 3 cards. We're going to see a Ponder.
I think that's smart play by Josh. He knows that he's going to have to break it eventually.
Yes.
And that Nate has board position, so might as well do it now.
We did not. We did not find out who the finals were. I know that Jorgensen was in the finals, actually. I'm not sure who else. Our feature matches were tables 3 and 4, so the undefeated players were not on our feature. We wanted to see HC Fox, and we wanted to see Ben Friedman on camera.
Yeah. Yeah, Standstill.
Yeah, Riley Cold, I'll get you Standstill up on the screen.
This is actually a blue-red Stifle Knot deck that also runs Standstill. Kind of plays out a bit more like a Standstill type deck.
I'm not sure if you're questioning if it's Standstill or if it's just odd that it's in the deck, but I'll pull it up anyway. Yeah. I like standstill in any deck that has manlands.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
even getting out an early 12/12, if you can land a standstill after that, that might be enough to protect it.
right. I'm not sure how much of the actual Stifle Knot package he's left in for a matchup like this. I can't imagine it's a great strategy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Stifle Knot itself seems pretty bad in this matchup.
A Braid is going to take care of, what was it, Snapcaster?
Yep.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting tech, isn't it? A second Mishra's Factory comes down.
And this is the third game we've seen Nate have double factory in play.
Yes, this is a Dreadnought Stifle deck, correct. Gaining 12 life is rough. Well, it's the fact that you're like committing 2 cards and that they're using 1 card, even though you're gaining 12 life.
Ooh,
Is this Teferi's response?
I don't think so.
Teferi's Realm. Realm.
Yeah, right.
Got it. Teferi's Realm. That's one we need to pull up. Looks like Josh has given that a good old read.
Interesting.
So at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player chooses artifacts, creatures, lands, or enchantments. All cards of that type phase out. Yes, Search for Azcanta is on Josh's side of the board.
Huh.
So this is really interesting because if Nate would like, he can say, okay, you know, on my upkeep, your lands phase out. Yes, Teferi's Realm. That is the card that is on the board right now.
All right, we're gonna have some fun here. Let's see what happens.
It is a little unfortunate that we're not gonna be able to hear what each player names each upkeep. It's gonna be hard to keep track of exactly what's going on, not knowing what permanent type has been selected. It looks like he's named enchantments.
Now, that is kind of an interesting card against, say, a Monastery Mentor. You get rid of all the tokens.
And tokens can phase out. They don't go anywhere.
But it might allow you to get through.
Oh, yes.
With your factories.
Yeah, so you phase them out,
Yeah.
and then you pull up your factory and hit.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a great point. Patrick, we didn't need any help.
Yep.
But you're welcome. You're welcome to come down and meet everybody.
Jesse, great point. You can get rid of their counterbalances.
Oh yeah.
And Moon.
Blood Moon. Okay. Yeah, that's enchantment does seem like a good thing to name. And the opponent. Okay, so yes, tokens stay through phasing. So keep in mind, when you're phasing, you're pretty much pretending that card isn't there. It's not. It doesn't actually like leave the battlefield. It just kind of turns into a ghost.
Yep.
That's how I think of it. It's just kind of not there, but it is. I don't know.
Phasing
It's
is really weird.
It is a weird.
There's a reason
weird
you don't
keyword.
see it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It should come back as its normal self, I believe.
Yeah, so it phases out and it phases back in. It doesn't change zones.
Yep.
It's still in play. I know this is kind of hard to grasp if you haven't seen phasing before.
Ooh. So here we see a Miracle Entreat.
Yes.
We're getting 3 4/4 angels.
Mm-hmm.
And passing the turn.
Chooses enchantment again. How is he going to beat these angels? Because Josh gets to use the Teferi's Realm on his turn.
He does.
So Josh, Josh could...
Josh can say no lands for you.
No lands for either player.
Yeah.
It does for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can just say no lands, no interacting.
Yep.
Attack for 12. This is presenting a 2-turn clock. Cute little cat angels.
Yeah, I think really we need to see some form of stifle on the miracle trigger for Nate. This is going to be really hard to deal with.
Oh, actually, yeah, true nightmare. I actually think you're right. Does not affect token permanents, only cards. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I was mistaken. Does not affect tokens.
Huh.
It's all about the number 12 in this matchup.
12 is a pretty good number.
All at DAC Faden.
Interesting. DAC wasn't at Ultimate, was it?
It was at 5. Does that call it 5 or 6? I honestly can't remember. Six.
Yeah, so
not quite.
Kind of an interesting attack there.
Here's a Blood Moon. Once again, that's not going to do anything because enchantments are going to be named by Teferi's protection. Or Teferi's realm, sorry.
Sure.
Dax text. Gain 12 life this turn. Loot a couple times and then gain 12 life.
Yeah. All right, so factories coming in.
Oh, just attack for 6, huh? Or, yeah.
And, yeah, the race is on.
That did change so that phasing doesn't affect tokens at all. Interesting.
Good to know.
Yeah, it is good to know. I was unaware of that.
I did not think we'd be taking a walk down phasing lane today.
We're on the same page. Thanks, True Nightmare. I appreciate that. More information is good for everyone.
Definitely. Especially with really weird card rulings.
Yes.
Like it makes sense, but phasing in and of itself is really tricky. So
12 damage coming in at Nate.
Ooh. Down to 6.
Not like this, HC Fox. Alright. Enchantments are gone.
And
I would love to see another big attack hit for another 6 and just follow up with a
couple lightning
bolts.
bolts.
Yeah. Lightning bolt with force pitch.
Yeah. Oh, we might see it. Nate's doing the math. Here we go.
Attack for 6.
So in here, I think you might really see that one turn of Dak Faden being gone after, really kind of coming back to bite Josh, depending on how this turn plays out.
Right. sure we'll see a Force of Will pitching Is It Charm. There has to be a Lightning Bolt. Damage has been taken.
Pass his turn. Says, yeah, I'll trigger as Kanta, but that's going to be a mountain.
Yeah, it is a mountain. That is true. Lightning Bolt.
And,
he didn't have anything. He didn't have it.
Josh picks up that game 2-1. That match 2-1.
Match. Wasn't able to get any information from Brian on who our undefeated players were, but I may be able to get that information to you guys for tomorrow's tournament.
Sure. And that'll do it for 3 rounds of Legacy today.
Yes, it will. All right, guys. So as you can see on our Legacy 1K timer, in about 12 hours and 34 minutes,
Yep.
we'll be starting up with our Legacy 1K.
Yeah. If you haven't had enough Legacy action, we'll be right back here in about 12 hours with a large tournament for you.
And after that ends, starting at midnight, we have a 24-hour stream.
Yep.
We'll have giveaways for subscribers once every hour.
Yep.
Lots of cool stuff being given away.
A Tundra, some dice,
Mm-hmm.
some tokens, some
A
altars,
Spellground playmat,
playmats.
all kinds of stuff. So if you'd like to be a part of that drawing, give us a sub, give us a follow if you're new to the stream, and thank you for joining us.
Hail Heroes.
Hail Heroes.